What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode, or whatever you want to call it, another update to the boss pet challenge, which actually at the moment we are currently doing Commander Zilyana. And currently we have, if we look in the Zilyana search bar, we can see that we right now have 1,279 Commander Zilyana kills. So this video will be actually, obviously, the loot from 1,279 Zilyana kills. Thank you, chipmunks. No, I wasn't doing that for you. So basically, this is a loot from 1,279 Zilyanas, and I can spoil it right now. No, we don't have a pet yet. That's why we're doing an update video, not a pet completed video. Before I get into the bank, though, of what we have so far, I'd like to show you guys that I am closing in on 120 defense, which is something that I've been working on for, obviously, quite some time. Currently, I'm training all defense with the magic I'm using at Zilyana. So all my XP is going to that, as well as my HP, which, again, is a 200 mil goal, as I've said in previous episodes. So currently, once we do get 120 defense, I will be switching over to magic to get 120 magic, and that is my last 120, except for strength. Yeah, we still got strength to go, so it's a good way off. Which will be done obviously at the next bosses that I do, not next, but like your Krill to Setzeroth and QBD and whatnot. I'll be killing them with melee so I can get my strength up. So I am going for all 120s at some point, but obviously with this challenge I'll be able to complete most of my combat ones and even make money, maybe possibly for 120 prayer. And I'm gonna start bringing my imp, because I need to start bringing getting charms for my summoning, which is a little bit lacking behind. So hopefully with this challenge I can get a good jump on some of the 120s I'm going for in terms of combat wise. But to get on with the video, let's go and take a look at the tab. As I said, 1,279, so roughly 1,280, whatever you want to call it, 1,200 and whatever. 1,279 is the exact. The threshold for Zilyana, before I get into this, is actually 1,000, so every 1,000 kills you get a better chance at getting the pet. Currently we're at 1,200, so, you know, just do the math there. Right now we have one strength scale, which was actually, it wasn't from Zilyana, or it wasn't from the minions, it was from a spiritual mage that I killed, because I killed spiritual mages, spiritual rangers, spiritual warriors to get my KC, and it just so happened to drop one, which is kind of cool. So I decided to grab it. We have one Ceradomon hilt, and two Ceradomon God Swords. So as you can see, that is actually 3 Ceradomon hilts so far, and I had the pieces to make the other ones into God Swords properly. I'm still waiting on a God Sword 2, so I can make my third one, but in less than 1,300 kills I have 3 hilts, which from what I've heard is pretty damn lucky, and I've been getting a lot of messages of death threats, joking, obviously, from getting so many hilts, which I'm quite pleased with, considering they're about 10 mil apiece. 2 Ceradomon swords, which are not God swords and are only worth about 100k. Obviously, once back in the day was a nice strength training method, now currently is worth crap. 3 Armadillo crossbows, which are quite nice. Once again, Armadillo's not dropped the crossbow. Ceradomon does, due to some sort of lore, which you guys want to look into. Please go ahead and do so. 5 Murmurs, which are going to be your, I believe they are your range ones? No, what are they? They are your, yeah, range ones. There we go. I got that right. 5 Murmurs, which are your range amulets. These are your melee ones. Ceradomon Whispers. 2 of them. 6 Hisses, which would be obviously your magic amulets. 3 leftover, 3, you know what I'm trying to say. 3 leftover God Sword Shard 3s, and 2 leftover God Sword Shard 1s. 398 rune ores, which are actually from the Spring Cleaner. It drops a ton of rune crap, as well as does the KC. So when doing KC and when killing, you should probably bring a Spring Cleaner, because this is what you'll get. It's actually quite a bit of ore. Same with the coal, all from the Spring Cleaner. 12 magic seeds, which are from Zilyana herself. Kind of a semi-rare drop, which are not bad. They're worth more than Ceradomon's sword, I believe. If you examine them, they're worth they're worth about 50k more. So that's not that bad of a drop. The Renara seeds, I only have 68. I stopped collecting them because they're worth nothing at all, really. They're worth 800 GP. So I'm not really collecting the Renara seeds. I grabbed a few of them in the beginning, and I kind of said, no, this isn't really worth it. So I've stopped collecting those for the time being. Sorry if people want to know how many Renara seeds you get, but let's be honest, they're not worth much. They're really not worth picking up, so I'm not grabbing them. 360 Grimy Renars. These are all the noted ones from Zilyana herself, because the minions actually drop Renars, but they are not noted, and I don't bring any notes with me, so I don't actually pick those up. These are all from her herself. 283 battle stabs, which again from Zilyana. She drops noted battle stabs, I believe in the range of 2 to 5 or something around there, and they're worth like 8k piece, so those are Quite a nice drop. Grimy Torstals 220 was an RDT from last weekend when they did the Slayer weekend, where the drop rates were doubled. Some of these are actually from that, so you'll notice the D-Med was actually a double drop, I believe. Some of those planks and whatnot, and those lobsters, some of them are double dropped. So be wary of that. This was quite a nice double drop though, to get 220 Grimy Torstal noted in one go. Same with the flax. 492 molten glass, 1141 rune arrowheads, 942 lobsters, raw lobsters, 214 teak planks. All these are RDTs, by the way. Teak planks are RDT. These rune bars are RDT. Same with the U-logs, D-meds, Addy bars, big bones, flax, and the D-square shield, and the gold ore, which I can't pick anything else out of here. So we are gonna start putting some stuff back in. That's not worth it. So the unicorn horns, I've been picking those up, trying to. I almost have 1,000 of them. They're worth quite a bit of money, so I believe about almost 1.7k, 1.8k a piece. So I've been grabbing those as well. Let's see what else we can get rid of the renards, because that's worth not much. I'm trying to get a decent price check on this real quick. 450 diamonds, which are obviously from Zilyana herself, and those are worth quite a bit of money. The Vecna skulls, RDT. These rune kite shields I picked up because they're on the ground and they didn't actually get crushed by my whatever you call it there, the you know, whatever there is there, the spring cleaner. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. These are the crystal keys I've gotten and made so far, and those are the tooth tasks I've had, which are from, some of them are from, once again, the weekend, so a little bit of skewed there. So if we grab all of this stuff, you guys want to take a guess as what the price check is? I know what it's worth. I don't know if anyone wants to really care to guess, whatever. I'll just do the price check. The price check is gonna be 65 mil, which actually, no, never mind. I thought it was 50 mil. 65 mil so far. And as you can see, the God Sword is actually worth 13.4 mil. Whether it'll sell for that, I don't know. The hilt's 11.2. That's a good sized gap. I don't know if they'll actually sell for that. These are the Sardoin Swords, 124k, like I said, 1.6 mil each for the crossbows. Murmurs are worth 1 mil apiece. Whispers are worth 700k, and the hisses are worth 100k. Everything else is kind of, you know, self-explanatory. It's just your basic herbs and supplies and whatnot. These are 1.6k, so that's not too bad for the unicorn horns themselves. Also, these are worth a little bit of money, so, you know, it's coming along so far. I'm expecting probably this one to take us maybe as long as Bandos. I'm not expecting, to be honest, over like 2,500 kills. I'm hoping before 2,500. Once again, you guys all know people as well that, you know, they get the pet within like sub 1,000 kills, and it just makes you all jealous inside. But you can always hope, right? And maybe one of these days we'll get a pet and faster than 4,000 something Bandos kills or whatever I did for it. Well, Kriar wasn't too bad, but I guess that'll be it for the video, though. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This nice little quick little update on the video, on the rather boss pet challenge. And if you guys enjoyed it, obviously give it a like. And if you guys want to stay up to date, I should start posting my stuff on Twitter, which I've kind of been lacking, but I'll post this on Twitter. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, go for it. I do post stuff on there, just, you know, during the weekend more so, and during the week not as much. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.